Call this meeting to order. Determine there's a quorum. Commissioner Wardlaw, Commissioner Vasquez, Commissioner Nettleton, Commissioner Flores, and myself. We have a quorum. Commissioner Wardlaw, that will lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And there's a paper. Texas, please.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Approving minutes. A motion, Commissioner Flores, second.
Second.
Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. We have a couple of citizens' comments. Ms. Chandler?
Yes.
Ma'am, you want to come up here to the podium?
Maybe that. My comments are regarding the property on Scott Lane, which is in the county outside of the city. There's a subdivision being built there, and I have many complaints about that. Several issues I think need to be considered. Primarily the integrity of the historic South Del Rio, I think, is being devalued by putting a subdivision in this area. This is subdivisions. I don't say subdivisions going on the north side of town, but this area is known for its large home areas, and I think that it's like I said, devaluation of the whole area. I don't know if things are being considered, if people even want to live in an area where there's a horse pasture on one side, and the illegals who are coming in constantly, and I'm sure it's going to be picking up now on Tuesday on the other side. Also, things like environmental studies. That whole area was a haven for wildlife, deer, fox, coyotes, and the fauna of the area, the cactus, the trees, and it's all being demolished. So I don't know if an environmental study needs to be done about that. Also a traffic study. It's a little asphalt top road, which will certainly not be able to handle any additional traffic. I don't know if the county's going to be investing in upgrading the streets. Also, because of the houses that will be going in there, there'll be plumbing, electricity, all the amenities that you need, and I don't know if the next step annexation of the area. We're outside of the city. We're about a mile outside the city, and I think everyone there likes being there. And if you're going to be doing that, we'd be annexing the area. Also, I'm not speaking for, although I'm the only one here, I'm not speaking for myself. I've spoken to the neighbors who are impacted by this, and none of the people are happy about this subdivision going in. Also, does go in, things to be considered, people with children, what schools are they going to be going to? Does that mean buses, to pick up the kids? Where are the kids going to play? There are no parks in that area. Where are they going to be playing in, in the streets, on other people's property? It's going to be a whole change to the area, and I understand it's been purchased and paid for, and I just feel that I don't know if anything can be done about it, but I certainly would like to know if something, a halt can be made while further studies are made. And that's what I have to say.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. Ms. Ortiz? And real quick before you start, during citizens' comments, the court cannot comment back because there's not an item on the agenda.
Okay. Good morning, Judge Owens and County Commissioners. My name is Mary Ann Ortiz. I'm a resident of Vega Verde. The reason that I'm here is because we do have our water meters already, and I'm very happy with that, and so are all the other citizens that live on Vega Verde. They're really happy with it. However, we have the meters, but we haven't been able to have it connected to our homes. And everybody has been asking me, well, who is the contact person? Who do we contact? And when I call the city keeps transferring, and not only me, other residents, they keep transferring us to different offices, and they're not aware about the water meter that we have out there. So then I try to get a hold of a lady named by Janice, and never returned my call. I left a message, and they never returned my call. So we're worried, and not too much worried, but concerned. When are we going to get our water going? And who is a contact person we need to get a hold of so we can get our water already? Like I said, the meters are there already. My other concern is about the border wall. We did reach out to Eddie Morales, but never responded back. So in this case, Commissioner Flores, I was going to ask you if you can help us out, because there's so much going on out there. And I've gone up to the men out there that are working on that border wall, but they really don't answer my questions. So if you help us out here, then hopefully some of the questions that we have in reference to that border wall will know. And it's worrying a lot of the citizens, especially with what's going on with this immigrant and the contract already ending, and we're starting to get worried about that too. Okay? Thank you.
Well, since you're already up, go ahead.
Thank you.
Mr. Sergio Rodriguez.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having us again today. My name is Sergio Rodriguez, a leader with the Border Organization and president of Escondido Estates Resident Association. I wanted to, first of all, I know last year, the latter part of last year, we have mentioned about the railroad issue, which, since then has been fixed, but lately, this past month, it's been, kind of ongoing again. So there was I think you should, by the way, he's very, very helpful as far as getting that thing moved right away, but it's just been happening. It wasn't happening anymore. I think since we brought it up last year, it happened once or twice, and now this past month, it's kind of, that trend starting again. So I wanted to bring that, just that to your attention again, that it is kind of happening more often. I know there's an item on the agenda today in regards to that easement that they were gonna, try to purchase to get us that other opening. So just kind of wanted to see where we were at. And then just to close off, gentlemen, I still have not heard back on what I mentioned 2 weeks ago, why, how can I word this? Why a family member of our commissioner, last time I thought it was 3, no, it's actually 5. Why a family member or a commissioner has 5 water meters, no structure, no building, nothing, no animals, nothing, but has 5 water meters. Still have not gotten the answer to that. I don't like being out here. I don't like being up here. I know you guys don't like hearing me up here every 2 weeks, but pretty much if they're not getting us an answer, that pretty much just concludes our speculation that there was no proper process to who got water meters, who got backflows. It was kind of like a free-for-all. I know you get one, you're my family member, you get one. I don't like you, or you're an activist, whatever, you don't get one. So please, like I mentioned, we just need answers, whatever you guys have for us. Thank you.
All right, Brooke, Ms. Fuentes.
Good morning, County Judge Owens and County Commissioners. My name is Sandra Fuentes, the co-chair of the board session. Unlike my colleague here, I do like being out here because this is part of our democracy, right? And this is about holding our elected officials accountable. So, as you well know, I have submitted 17 open records requests. Almost all of them have been answered. Some of them were very vague and in general. What we want to state here this morning publicly is the answers that we have gotten up to date. And these are facts. The Commissioners Court, this Commissioners Court has spent the following amounts on the following items. $323,603 on terminating a software contract that the citizens of Valverde received absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. $58,950 on a fence on precinct 4. There was an existing fence already there. $1,012,000 that we paid extra because we didn't finish Frontera Road in a timely manner. The reason this is important, and there's more to come, and by the way, I think $60,000, I believe, on the, I think consultants for the sports complex that never materialized. Again, nothing. Still waiting on an answer for how much did we spend on the shooting range / whatever else it was in SE Ranch that did not materialize. We made expenditures. We understand it's going to go up somewhere else. But the fact remains that there was expenditures done on the initial proposed area. The point to all this is this. I don't know that this Commissioner's Court can say publicly, is it fair to say publicly, that we are not going to spend $600,000 on improving Old Foster Road and spending taxpayers' money on Old Foster Road, but yet you have spent $1.4 million up to date, misused or misspent. We don't square that. We can't square that up in our heads. That does not make any sense to us. Where is this court's priority? It should be on the citizens. We need to remind this court that you're elected officials to serve, not to be self-serving. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Real quick, out of all that, we actually have one item on the agenda that we can talk to. Is on the property for the railroad track. So if y'all don't mind, I'll go to item 30. That was an item that I have on the, we have on the agenda. Item 30, discussion possible action on an order authorizing Valverde County Commissioners Court to negotiate the purchase of real property above appraised value for 0.9 acres, more or less, lying on and across Lot 46 of Rancho del Rio Addition, recorded in Volume 4, page 134 of the Valverde County Map of Records. On this one here, we're going to need to get some legal clarification, but Mr. Rodriguez, just for your information right now, in case you don't have time to wait until we get back, we've gone in and we received an appraisal on the property. It's not what the individual wants for the property, but we will ask on how to get this done. It's a 50-foot wide easement on Lot 46 that would go across. We still also have to deal with another individual that owns the other lot. What's that lot?
Lot 45.
Lot 45, okay. That there's already, I think, a 30-foot, and then it opens up in a sort of weird shape, but we'll need to get like a 20-foot addition to that in order to make that road all the way across. We're in the process of doing that. If you want, if you're not here after we come out of executive session, I'll give you a call. But we are working on it. We have been working on it. There was an issue, I think, when we first talked about it. It's been over a year and a half now. When we first approached the individuals that owned the property, and then my understanding was that she got sick, got COVID.
Yeah, she's actually a very good client on my advisory business. So she calls me all the time, and we've been communicating with Carlos. Yeah, I think it's her property and right behind it. Like,
yeah. So we're working on it. Like I say, she's there for a while. The lack of communication there for a little bit was because the lady was sick.
The thing is, I think they're going through some financial troubles in her husband.
And we're going to try to take care of that. not her financial troubles, but try to take care of
Her
the
thing is,
land.
she actually has, like 3 or 4 buyers lined up,
Mhm.
and she's like, I'm gonna sell.
Oh, no, she needs,
So-
and we're not trying to hold her back, but
she's
we
not
do
like,
need,
doesn't
we
have
need,
any, like, soon, I guess. I don't think
yeah,
she's
well,
gonna
Mr.
sell it.
Rodriguez, we're not trying to hold her back.
Yeah.
We do also have an order that we went into right now to condemn the property if we needed to. We don't want to do that, okay? We want to work through the process and try to get her what's owed to her or what we can legally pay her, all right? And we don't want her to sell the property because it's just going to cloud what we're trying to do.
That's what told her, so she's in a waiting point, but she's, I think her mom's still at the hospital.
No, and we will have an answer hopefully today
Okay,
of which way we can run,
that'll work. Thank you.
all right?
Judge, would a motion be in order?
Well, if we'll take this into executive session, that way we can figure out exactly how we're gonna do this. And, if anything else, if you wanna give me a motion to table this till after executive
I'll
session.
make that motion.
A motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0 to table, and then it'll be brought back after executive. Okay. We'll go to item 7, approving monthly reports from elected officials. Sir? Okay, I'll go to that. My alarm didn't go off. Sorry about that. Public hearing on abandoning the alley between Hillside Avenue and Rainbow Avenue between lots 6 and 7. The hearing is now open. Anybody that'd like to make a comment? And again, it is a public hearing on abandoning the alley between Hillside Avenue and Rainbow Avenue between lots 6 and 7.
Morning, Judge, County Commissioners.
Morning.
My name's Mike Williams. My wife Kristen and I are asking that an alley between our 2 pieces of property be abandoned. It's an easement for a power line. And our 2 pieces of property that we're wanting to put a house on, and our little storage shed, is right in the middle. And we'd like to make it our driveway. We're really not hindering anybody from being able to use it. We're just gonna put a gate at one end that's being able to open by the power company or anything else, and then the front will be open going from Hillside. In order for us to be able to put our well and our septic system, we need to be able to combine the 2 properties really. They're each one of them are third of an acre. So we need to combine them and make them 2/3 of an acre. That way we can place our well and our irrigation system easier. But that's the reason that we're asking it to be abandoned, so we can make it one lot. So I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Is there anybody else that would like to speak for or against? It's 9:19 now. Hearing's now closed. And if you want, we'll just take care of it. Do you have an item number on that one?
Yes, it's probably number,
Item what? 29, all right. Discussion and possible action on approval of order abandoning alley running east to west between lot 6 and 7, block J, Lakeview Addition, volume 4, page 64-1, as recorded in Valverde County Clerk, please.
I'll make a motion to authorize the abandonment of the alley.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. All right. Item 7, approving monthly reports from elected officials. Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 8, approving bills for payment. Commissioner Flores?
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Flores, made a motion. Commissioner Vasquez, second. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 9, discussion possible action to approve auditor's report. A motion, Commissioner Nettleton. I have a second.
Second, Judge.
Second, Commissioner Vasquez. Matt, we good?
We're good, sir.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 10, discussion possible action on budget adjustment. A, county judge transfer of $143 from office supplies to copier expense.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
Item 11, there's no need for this one. We don't have one. Item 14, we've already done 12 and 13. Item 14, discussion possible action set aside hot tax funds for the Derby Little League. This is we've set aside $3,800 in the past, for the sectionals.
Motion to set aside 3800.
Second. And motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 15, before we get into this one, discussion possible action to approve the issuance of a fuel card for Los Juanes County Judge. I have a auto allowance that is given to me, that is in the budget. This fuel card, when Tom was here, he had a fuel card that was used for a truck that is under the control of the county judge, that Mr. Garcia used as an assistant, administrative assistant. But now we have other departments that are using the truck that the court also approved, to go use if they needed to go run errands or whatever. There's no way to fill the fuel tank.
Can we put it under you, Lisa?
We can.
And I'll make a motion to authorize you, Lisa, to have a credit card for the truck that is used for the county judge and other departments.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Yeah.
Hey, trying to save you a little bit.
Miss Wentz is getting back up.
I missed it.
She's not listening. Item 16, discussion possible action to approve the cafeteria plant administration service agreement. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 17, discussion possible action set aside funds to purchase air packs and cylinder and valve assembly carbon, 4,500 PSI. Bottom line is, these packs are fixing to,
These are the ones from the fire department?
for the fire department, and I don't know, they've gotten one proposal of $92,000, which will have to go out for bids. The only thing is though, before we went out for bids, I just wanted to bring this to y'all's attention.
These are already out of date.
They will be out of date. That's what we're
I'll
trying
make a
to do.
motion to set aside ARPA money,
Probably, we need about 100,000. in case of-
100,000.
I'll second that, Judge.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 18, discussion possible action on a historical tour event that will be held on Saturday, May 13, 2013. This is in precinct 1. This is for the Loma de la Cruz. I think they were gonna reach out to y'all, or reach out to you. They come by and make sure that I would give you the invitation. But everybody's invited. It is, May 13th, 2020, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Individuals that are, through the chamber, that participate through the chamber, there's like different groups through their pick projects. This is one of the projects that these individuals picked, was to, try to put some benches and, sort of clean up around the bottom of the Loma de la Cruz. It's something that, if you haven't gone up there, just to go up there, pretty impressive. And I know that, Commissioner Wardlaw, that the cemetery is right below that, and y'all have spent a lot of time and effort there, trying to clean that up. So we appreciate that, but I think this would tie into that. So,
Motion, Judge.
Second.
a motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second, Commissioner Nettleton. And please, if y'all have a chance to go by, just to go visit, it's one of those things that we have in our county that very few people know about. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 19, discussion possible action approving agreement between Amistad National Recreation Area and Valverde County and authorize county judge to sign. There were some changes, some typos, and some changes that the county attorney made. A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 20, discussion possible action approval on receiving a donation from South Texas Food Bank for 8 freezers from Valverde County Precinct 2 and for the community center.
Motion to approve. Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 21, discussion possible action on donation from Rio Vista Ranch to repair half a mile of Myers County Road with Iron Wolf milling machine.
This donation, Judge, of the use of the machine is going to help out there. Half a mile, but it'll really improve the road out there on Myers Road.
And this will be from the entrance of the ranch back up Myers Road.
Back up Myers Road. Half a mile.
Motion to approve. Second.
A motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 22, discussing possible action on approval of easement and right-of-way acknowledgement of a 15-foot wide easement at the Precinct 3 yard for the purpose of construction.
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 23, discussion possible action on adopting an order to help alleviate unattended vehicles parked at the Precinct 4 Community Center at 1690 Senegas Road, as it has caused traffic issues and delays in the area. Y'all already got that done, Commissioner?
Yes, Judge, we have an order ready to be signed, and I have no problem with the people parking at night for distribution the following morning. The issue here is that people are leaving unattended vehicles there overnight, and that's causing a big problem. So with this order, what's gonna take place is that we'll have the authority to have a towing company tow them away at their expense, at the owner's expense. So I will approve this court order to take place.
Motion is to approve the court order?
Yes, sir.
I have a motion.
Second, Judge.
Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 24, discussion possible action for any available updates to be provided to the court on the expansion of the community center.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. We're working on setting up plans for the expansion of the community center. We did a field work, and we're looking into an expansion of 35 feet along the southeast corner of the building. So we're talking about like a 50 by 35 building expansion and a 55 by 35 awning expansion. We're working with the plans, and I was able to retrieve the original plans from last expansion from 2017. So I have all specifications from last project. So I'm just trying to set up a.
You come on in and go around this one. No, it's just, you're good. You're good.
I'm just trying to match existing specifications for this new addition, and I expect that to have that.
Just for clarification, it's going where?
It's going to be on this area to the southeast of the building.
It'll be the whole width of the building?
Yes, the whole width is 50 feet, and we're going to be, let me measure here.
We're gonna add on to that metal canopy for the food distribution.
Awesome.
And Judge, what's gonna take place on this expansion is gonna be a room for a cold room and then for storage room. Sometimes we just don't have enough room in there though.
So you'll add on to the main building, and then the canopy will come out just as far as what the main building comes out?
Yes, sir.
Correct. And then we're gonna leave enough room to be able to drive around the parking area without modifying the parking spaces, other than just this, perpendicular parking here to the building.
Pretty much from that black truck all the way to that little red dot there, it's gonna be a building 50 by 35.
Okay. Commissioner, in that one area right there, guess y'all have shot elevations.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be okay?
I think we need to propose a high curve or something because
Yeah.
we're gonna.
We're gonna come up with like 6 inches on the concrete slab, Judge.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so y'all are already addressing that then?
Yes, sir.
And the other option is we can just build it up, not on the same elevation. That's another alternative.
Okay. But you'll visit with Commissioner Flores?
Yeah.
Got any more pictures of the park, Carlos?
I have a 3D model actually.
I'm kidding.
This was done by the drone. But just the connection is really slow.
That's all right.
Thank you, Carlos.
We're good. Could you give me a headache? It's like Jesus Christ. All right. Is there anything else more on that one, Commissioner Flores?
No, that's it. We're just waiting for the floor plans.
Okay. We'll move on to item 25, discussion possible action for any available updates to be provided to the court on Senegas Road project.
Judge, here, we're taking the proper steps to enter into negotiations with the engineering firm. I guess you received the email. I received one, and Carlos received another one concerning the numbers, and I think they're kind of high.
Yeah, and I think Carlos said that he'd visited with you, and also y'all had visited with the engineering firm, and you were really concerned.
Oh, yeah, no, I talked to him yesterday. There's gonna be a future meeting coming up, between, Mr. Zamora, you, Judge, myself, and, Carlos concerning, see if we can negotiate that. And if not, I guess we're gonna have to go with the, other company there.
And I know one of your concerns there also was the flooding on industrial,
Yes, sir.
and that was probably one of the things that would drive the cost of this up a little bit, would be, Buddy would address the flooding there on industrial.
Yes, sir.
Anything else on that one? Nope. Are we good on that one?
No, yes.
Okay. Item 26, discussion possible action on hiring one full-time employee for 63rd District Court, do not exceed an hourly rate of $18 per hour to be paid.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Flores and Commissioner Vasquez, and this would be for the term.
for that, sure.
Yes. The, out of contingency right now.
I didn't hear your question. Do we have the money for that out of Operation Lone Star?
Yes. Yes. We have about $1.2 million still left in contingency that is not in.
Does that include the 1.5 for a building?
No. There's 1.2 and change, and I can look it up on my phone right now, but out of that, this would come out of that, and then there's still some more money that we might be able to put together out of Operation Lone Star. The building itself is about, why they pick this number, $999,000.
Yeah,
But that's for the building, and then we need funds to
Renovate.
do what?
To renovate.
To renovate. So there might be more funds within Operation Lone Star that we might be able to pull to renovate. But the way it looks right now, we should have enough funds in there to purchase, even with this. They are using it, they are looking at a lease right now for the facility that they were working on through other funds.
Does there need to be a stipulation on this that this is only through when we have money for Operation Lone Star and then the position expires?
Well, it's a grant funded position, so I don't know why we have to have a stipulation on it.
Okay.
For
clarification.
It runs out.
Because it is a grant-funded position, then we would only assume that if the grant runs out, then there is no funds.
That would be the assumption, yeah.
Can we include that in the motion?
Well, Operation Lone Star, more than likely, will go away and be renamed next year.
And it may, I just.
But is there enough money there?
There is enough money, but the problem is,
Isn't that way too much?
right now, we have, our funds are only good until August.
Correct.
Right? So, And what Commissioner Nettleton is getting at is to make sure that this position, the county doesn't have to absorb.
No, it's simple. I mean, when they run out of those funds, that's it. It's the end of that job there. I mean, simple as that. It'll be brought up to the attention of the court at that time, if we're gonna extend that position or not.
I don't think there's an issue in modifying the order or the motion.
The motion.
To reflect that. Exactly what you just said, Commissioner.
Would you do? The position will be funded as long as the grant is available.
Okay. I'll remove my motion and I'll make a new motion stating that this position will be
Funded as long as
there's Operation Lone Star money.
that way.
Second, Judge.
You accept?
Yes, sir.
All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. If you don't mind, read the others.
Item 28, discussion and possible action to approval of a plat establishing lots A and B, Sky commercial subdivisions out of a 10.01 acre tract and a 4-acre tract survey number 162, abstract 142, Aubrey County.
Did we skip 27, Commissioner?
Already had that, we did it.
No, we did 29.
Oh, sorry. We'll go to 20, we'll finish this one at 28 and we'll go back, I already had it.
Yes, sir.
This is a total tract of 14.01 acres on Farley Lane. The owner, Sodai Properties LLC, and Amistad Consulting Services, they're requesting that this is actually a plat, not a replat, because it hasn't been platted. And it's a commercial subdivision, and they're establishing Lot B for 10.45 acres and reserving undeveloped Lot A for 3.58. They're going to reserve a private road easement to access that. We already have addresses for both properties. They're served by the city water and septics. Because this is a commercial subdivision, they don't need to set up utilities on this.
It does comply with the subdivision model rules. A motion to approve.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item 27, discussion and possible action on approving a replat establishing lots D1, D2, D3, D4, and D5 in Block 29, Valverde Park, out of Lot D, Block 29, Valverde Park subdivision previously recorded under Volume 4, page 38 of the plat records of Valverde County, Texas.
This is a replat proposal by Amistad Consulting Services and the owner, Mike Bridges. They're requesting to replat Lot D out of Block 29 on Valverde Park. This is the second time that it's presented to court. It's already been posted on the county website, and we send out notices. This is located in precinct 2.
So everything is good?
Yes, and still need to go to the city for the final approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 31, discussion and possible action to accept for each Dell Optiplex small form factor 710 workstations at no cost to Valverde County.
Motion to approve.
Second. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 32, discussion and possible action to approve an additional 6 hotspots for our network account for the sheriff's office. Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Commissioner Leskis. Item 33, discussion and possible action to authorize the purchasing agent to advertise for a design bill for a splash pad for Long Memorial Park.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item 34, discussion and possible action to approve a change order for JC Communications in the amount of $1,500 and authorize the county judge to sign. This change order is required for Union Pacific to dispatch services and traffic control to run the fiber cable across the railroad track. Expense to be made from Harper broadband account.
Motion to approve.
Second. All All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Order on 35.
Jesus Christ, you went quick.
I skipped it.
Item 35, discussion possible action to authorize purchasing to advertise for a design build bid for a splash pad on Ron.
We did that one.
35. I'm sorry. Y'all already went through that one too? 35, discussion, as I was corrected. 35, discussion possible action to approve the purchase of one 80-gallon Vantage truck striping machine in the amount of $81,900. The purchase of prices through buy board, contract number 608-20.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez. Where's it going? Who's using
Well,
it?
Precinct 4.
Four, that's one, okay.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't put that on
I
there.
knew it was for
I
precinct
usually-
four, but I just didn't see it.
I didn't see it, so I just,
Sorry.
all right. I have a
I left
motion,
that out.
I have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Usually Commissioner Nettleton and you are the ones that spoke up. Usually it's even Mr. Chapoy that says, wait a minute. Item 36, discussion possible action for approval to declare the following items as surplus property and designate for proper disposition. Disposition may include but not limited to being auctioned, transferred, recycled, and or destroyed. And the list is in the package. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Thank you, ma'am. Item 37, discussing possible action authorizing Sheriff Joe Frank Martinez to sign MOUs with U.S. Border Patrol, Texas Department of Public Safety, and the following county sheriff's departments: Crockett, Emmett, Edwards, Kimball, Kinney, Maverick, Uvalde, Sutton, and Zaval. Said agreement will involve Already County deputies.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 38, discussion possible action to approve the
Motion
agent.
approved.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 39, discussion and approval to have employee appreciation event.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. We were discussing, the judge and I, possibly having an event for our employees to show appreciation, about all the hard work they do, our precincts, our office staff, and so forth. I've reached out to Nat, Villa Bonita, and got a quote from them. I think, but the biggest thing is the money.
Minor details.
We have the employee wellness account, which, just to give you a little bit of information about it. It's every employee that wears a Fitbit for healthy, wellness. TAC gives us money, and we've been putting it into this account. I verified with the, treasurer's office right now, and we have $11,297.
The judge has a special events account.
Yeah,
He's
and
got money there.
that's for the,
We use your office.
December event. But this money is for all the stepping that employees do when we wear our Fitbits. I do encourage that everybody please participate, because it is money that comes to the county from TAC. And this would be a great way to show some appreciation to our staff.
I'll make a motion to authorize the county, the judge and you to put together a appreciation party and use the funding out of the, what is that account?
Employee
Well,
The employee wellness account.
I'll make a second to that.
Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? None. Motion carries 5-0.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Item 40, closed session consultation pursuant to Texas Government Code A 551.071, parentheses 2, attorney-client privilege, B 551.071, Parentheses 1, parentheses A, contemplated litigation, C 551.072 regarding the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property and possible action in open session thereafter. D 551.073 regarding a negotiated contract, lease, and or value of real property and possible action in open session thereafter. E 551.076 regarding security device, security audits, and or security personnel. Take about a 5-minute break. If y'all will give us room, we'll go into executive session, and then we'll come back up. Okay. Court come back into session. It's 11 o'clock. No action is taken in executive session. Item 30 was tabled. We'll go back to item 30. Read it. Discussing possible action on order authorizing Valverde County Commissioners Court to negotiate and purchase of real property above the stated value, 4.9 acres, more or less, lying on Enchiladas Lot 46, Rancho Del Rio Edition, recorded volume 4, page 134, Valverde County Map of Records.
I'll make a motion to approve the, is it order or
It's a resolution.
The resolution,
Oh, it's an order, I'm sorry.
it's an order.
Yes, sir.
Approve the order allowing the county judge to negotiate and pay above appraised value.
Second. Have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 41, Commissioners' comments. None. Item 42, judges' comments, there are none. This meeting is adjourned. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank y'all.